You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. If I know what love is, it is because of you. Learn what is to be taken seriously and laugh at the rest. Youth ends when egotism does. Maturity begins when one lives for others. Your soul is the whole world. People with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. You are only afraid if you are not in harmony with yourself. The river is everywhere. When dealing with the insane, the best method is to pretend to be sane. No permanence is ours. We are a wave that flows to fit whatever form it finds. And here's a doctrine at which you will laugh. It seems to me, Govinda, that love is the most important thing in the world. How foolish it is to wear oneself out in vain longing for warmth. Solitude is independence. One can beg, buy, be presented with, and find love in the streets, but it can never be stolen. But it's a poor fellow who can't take his pleasure without asking other people's permission. And the vessel was not full, his intellect was not satisfied, his soul was not at peace, his heart was not still. Writing is good, thinking is better, cleverness is good, patience is better. Now true humor begins when a man ceases to take himself seriously. My real self wanders elsewhere, far away, wanders on invisibly, and has nothing to do with my life. Perhaps people like us cannot love. Ordinary people can. That is their secret. I wanted only to live in accord with the promptings, which came from my true self. Why was that so very difficult? Gentleness is stronger than severity. Water is stronger than rock. Love is stronger than force. You've never lived what you are thinking, and that isn't good. Only the ideas we actually live are of any value. I can think, I can wait, I can fast. Good that you ask. You should always ask, always have doubts. I have always thirsted for knowledge. I have always been full of questions. I realize today that nothing in the world is more distasteful to a man than to take the path that leads to himself. He has robbed me, yet he has given me something of greater value. He has given to me myself. Opinions mean nothing. They may be beautiful or ugly, clever or foolish. Anyone can embrace or reject them. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. When you like someone, you like them in spite of their faults. When you love someone, you love them with their faults. One never reaches home, she said. But where paths that have an affinity for each other intersect, the whole world looks like home. For a time, the bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God, that God's name is Abraxas. Love must not entreat, she added, or demand. Love must have the strength to become certain within itself. Then it ceases merely to be attracted and begins to attract. Often it is the most deserving people who cannot help loving those who destroy them. Oh, love isn't there to make us happy. I believe it exists to show us how much we can endure. What could I say to you that would be of value, except that perhaps you seek too much, that as a result of your seeking you cannot find? We are not going in circles, we are going upwards. The path is a spiral. We have already climbed many steps. Without words, without writing and without books, there would be no history, there could be no concept of humanity. I live in my dreams, that's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own, that's the difference. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. It is not for me to judge another man's life. I must judge. I must choose. I must spurn purely for myself alone. Words do not express thoughts very well. They always become a little different immediately after they are expressed, a little distorted, a little foolish. I have been and still am a seeker, but I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. In eternity there is no time, only an instant long enough for a joke. Those who are too lazy and comfortable to think for themselves and be their own judges obey the laws. Others sense their own laws within them. Because the world is so full of death and horror, I try again and again to console my heart and pick the flowers that grow in the midst of hell. Within you, there is a stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. It is not our purpose to become each other. It is to recognize each other, to learn to see the other and honor him for what he is. I will no longer mutilate and destroy myself in order to find a secret behind the ruins. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.